everyone. I am Professor Neha Antal, Assistant Professor, Department of Biosciences, IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. And today I will be talking about the fascinating world of fermented vegetables. Fermented vegetables, a gut-friendly flavor revolution, is a topic of my today's presentation. We will explore how this ancient practice is making a modern comeback, not just as a culinary trend, but as a boost to our gut health. So, moving to the first, that is fermented vegetables. So, what are fermented vegetables? Fermented vegetable more than just pickles? No, understanding fermentation. So, first we will learn about the what is fermentation. Fermentation is just a simple chemical process or a metabolical process where microorganisms like bacteria, yeast, and molds convert carbohydrate form or a sugar into a alcohol, acid, or a gas in the absence of the oxygen. For vegetables, basically, it primarily involves lactic acid bacteria. In short, we termed it as LAB, which converts sugar in the vegetables which converts sugars present in the vegetables into the lactic acid. Result: what should we get in the product form? The unique flavor, textures, and the enhanced nutritional profile. As you can see in the image here, it's a jar and you can see different bubbles in is there. So basically a fermentation process is going on and carbon dioxide is getting released. So fermented vegetables are not just pickles. Through a process using lactic acid bacteria, sugars in the vegetables, as we have discussed, are converted into the acid, preserving the food and enhancing both taste and nutrition value. Now, a brief history of fermentation. It's an ancient tradition going before 1900s or so later. From necessity, in previous scenario, it's a necessity so that we can store the food for a longer time. Now it is shifted towards for the delicacy. Now people are eating for their taste, or okay, yeah, that's it, for their taste. It's a wide, you can see the graph, there's a wide distribution where fermentation is previous practices or ancient practices. So fermentation began as a method of a preservation but quickly became embedded in cultural cuisines like kimchi in Korea and achar as popular achar in India. From survival to gourmet, fermented foods have evolved significantly. No, what is the science behind this magic? That is lactic acid fermentation, or we can say the lactic acid bacteria are at their works. So the key player of this fermentation is Lactobacillus species, which are basically the dominant one. Lactobacillus species survive in the presence of the salt and the non-oxygen environment. These bacteria flourish and produce the lactic acid, and this acid is what gives fermented vegetables their signature tanginess in the product. So what are the benefit of this fermentation? It creates a naturally acidic environment that prevents the growth of other harmful bacteria. You can see in the graph lactic acid fermentation of a food. If we say about the traditional microorganism in traditional microorganisms, so Lactobacillus plantarum and Lactobacillus bulgaricus was used. Now in a new method of fermentation, lactic acid bacteria with probiotic bacteria are being used. So they provide the functional fermented food products, whereas traditional microorganisms provide us the traditional fermented food products like cheese, milk, yogurt. But in new organisms are providing our chocolates, cheese, flavored yogurt, etc. Now the next slide is what are the health benefits and beyond the power of the probiotics. So probiotic means our life forms. Fermented vegetables somewhere are important are important for our health also. Fermented vegetables are probiotic powerhouses. They help with digestion, improve nutrient absorption, and even break down anti-nutrients. Plus, they taste amazing. Like probiotic, we have used the term probiotic. Probiotic powerhouse, probiotic powerhouse, life beneficial bacteria support gut health and digestion. Nutrient bioavailability, fermentation can increase the availability of certain vitamins and minerals, improve digestion. Enzymes produced during the fermentation can help in breaking down the food product, enhance flavors. The new developed product is complex, having tangy umami flavors which is not present in the fresh vegetables, and reduce anti-nutrients. Reduce anti-nutrient means they easily break down compounds that interfere with the nutrient absorption. This is the chart of this figure is showing if you use the probiotics and the fermented vegetables, or basically you are using healthy lifestyle and the dietary fibers in your diet. So the obese person can regulate his weight. Like you can see, dietary fiber and resistant starch resistant things are making changes in the intestine, like bacteriocytes, firmicutes. These are the species which are present in the microbiotic composition, which are present in the intestine. They are basically releasing bacterial metabolites by biotransformation, increasing the biotransformation, and the increase the production of a short chain fatty acids. By production of these short chain fatty acids and biotransformation, BAS, intestinal barrier function, intestinal barrier gets strong, regulation of energy metabolism, like glucose is getting converted into the regular basis, and the immune homeostasis means modification in our immune system, which helps in the weight regulation. So popular fermented vegetables around the world. From sauerkraut to German, from sauerkraut, which is originated from the Germany, to the kimchi in Korea and our very own Indian achar. Fermented veggies are widely used across the globe, but share common preparation principles. You can see in the chart there are many fermented foods which are worldwide available and famous also, like sauerkraut, Germany, which is a very common thing in western and eastern countries. It is basically produced from the cabbage, that is a napa cabbage, fermented shredded cabbage, and its flavor is like tangy and a crunchy one. Kimchi, it is common or famous in Korea. Spicy, it is basically spicy fermented napa cabbage and other vegetables, made up of other vegetables also. It is complex and fiery in taste. Pickled cucumbers, most common in western countries. Classic dill pickles, bread and butter pickles. Kvass, that is common in Eastern Europe. It is a fermented wheat drink and made from the rye bread. And the achar, common in India. Various pickled vegetables and fruits, often with the spices. You can see the diagram: kefir, fermented milk, sauerkraut, tempeh, kimchi, kombucha, miso, yogurt, natto, cheese, fermented veggies, sourdough, bread, apple cider vinegar. The DIY ferment, simple steps to deliciousness. Making your own fermented veggies is simple. You can make it at your home. The DIY, that is do it yourself. Use fresh veggies, clean them, chop them, clean the equipment also, and all the chopped vegetables put into the clean jar, clean equipment, and mix it with the salt. Remember that salt should be non-iodized. Then submerge the vegetables, seal the jar, and wait for some time. Some time means for 7 days or to 15 days. So these are the basic fermented jars showing in the figure, and these are easily available in the market. And after 15 days you will get your own fermented vegetable. So tips for the successful fermentation, and these points should be noted for the for the perfect fermented vegetable, because if the concentration of the salt get high or the pH is low, the blandness of the fermented vegetables become weak. Like, first is cleanliness. Cleanliness is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Sanitize all equipment to prevent the spoilage. Second is use good quality ingredients. Fresh vegetables, pesticide-free vegetables. Then proper salt ratio. Too little can lead to spoilage. Too much inhibits beneficial bacteria. So the ratio should be, if it is 2:3, then make it 2:3, and if it is 3:1, then make it 3:1. Keep it submerged. To prevent the mold growth on exposed surfaces, submerge the vegetables and use weights to put it on the glass jar. Temperature matters. Room temperature should be between the 18 to 24 degrees Celsius, which is ideal for the most. Taste and adjust. Fermentation, according to the fermentation time varies, trust your senses. As fermentation time varies means, as if you have kept the product for the 7 days, it tastes tangy. If you kept the product for the 15 days, its taste would be different. Okay, so what we have to keep in mind, always watch the salt levels and make sure our veggies stay submerged. If you see white yeast on the surface of the product, don't be panic. That particular yeast is harmless. But if you find the presence of mold or foul smell, throw it out. There are some misconceptions, dispelling myths and ensuring safety. Misconceptions: fermented food is spoiled. False. It's controlled decomposition. It's too complicated. It is also false. It's quite simple once you get the hang of it. You can see a diagram in this. Mold and yeast are saying we are not as dangerous as bacteria, and bacteria is harmful for us. Safety tips, as we are discussing. Safety tips: if you see a fuzzy colored mold, usually on the surface of the vegetable, it means you have to discard that particular product. But if you are seeing the white yeast, that is termed as calm yeast, it is usually harmless, but it can be scraped off, and that particular product can be consumed by the person. Smell: if it is smelling pleasantly sour or tangy, not rotten or putrid. It should taste tangy and good. If it tastes off, discard it off. Botulism: extremely rare in properly fermented vegetables due to the acidic environment. The botulism, there's a 0.1% chance of the botulism. So the last is embrace the fermentation revolution. Recap key takeaways. Fermented vegetables are ancient, delicious, and incredibly healthy. They are packed with probiotics and enhanced nutrients, making them at home is easy and rewarding. So summarize the topic. Fermented vegetables are tasty, easy to make, tasty, and packed with health benefits. I encourage everyone to try them at home